All right, let go.
Yo, what's going on, fam? What's going on, Hampton Roads? Welcome to another great episode of In Your City here on WNSB Hot 91, the soul of VA. Look, I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. Joining me always is my family, my friends. Hey, I got comedian Ciroc Fox here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Of course, we got to shout out our awesome producer, Mr. Cam
Yo,
Gottlieb.
was goody.
Cam, it's
And-
blocking your face, man. We can't see you.
I know.
Oh, you're right. Let me
You're a
all
mystery.
right,
There you go.
over
There you
here.
go.
All right,
And look, she couldn't be with us today because she is out of town. But we got to shout out, of course, our other great co-host, Hustle Queen, Miss Michelle Young. Family, how y'all doing today?
Can we snitch on Michelle on why she not here? Because her driving has been a problem for a while now.
since the start. Can you say that about your driver though? Can you do that?
Look,
He just did. You know. I'm surprised he didn't say it twice.
3 times in my life. I drove with her 3 times in my life. Each time I thought, damn, it's a crazy way to die. Like this is an insane way to pass.
Oh,
I just
man.
knew I wasn't gonna make it.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've never been in a car with her driving before, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Second accident this week. I mean, not week, but month.
Look, when we were heading to that award show, I'm over here hitting them up like, "Hey, you guys are close." Ciroc is texting me, "Yeah, we close. We about right up the street, but that's if we make it in alive because Michelle's driving."
Oh, I forgot about that.
He's like, "We 2 minutes away, but that's if we gonna make it in alive."
That's
I forgot
hilarious.
about that.
That
I
is
did
hilarious.
text that. I was scared.
That man came out that car shaking. He's like, kissing the ground and everything. No, shout out to her though. Shout out to Michelle, man. She's awesome. But look, fellas, I gotta start off the show, man, because in the sports world, it's a huge story that had happened. Golden State Warriors star, 4-time NBA champ Draymond Green is suspended indefinitely by the NBA. They had announced after altercation during a game when they played the Phoenix Suns, and it's going viral. You can check it out on social media right now. Draymond just swings on a guy for no reason. You know, typical Draymond in my opinion.
Nah,
But
he did it by mistake, he said.
It wasn't it
mistake.
wasn't for no reason. Now, granted, it was ridiculous, but there was a reason. Oh boy was tugging on his ass out. What are we in? This is radio. Let me start over. Oh boy was on his cheeks for a good 10 seconds. Come on now.
But it's basketball. Like, I mean, obviously, does that deserve? First of all, it was an awful punch. He punched like a typical basketball player because that thing was like,
It was a back.
It wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't a
It was
punch. It
backhand,
was
right?
It was a yeah. He
it was like a helicopter swing.
Backhand, front hand slapped him. Like it was like a around. I don't. It was a lot.
It was like a Mortal Kombat kind of finishing move.
He made it look like an accident.
Did he?
Man, no, not at all. Clear as day. And then I just love when Draymond gives his reaction, like makes the ugliest face expression. I'm like, dude, please. Like, I understand, like, but you know what though? The funny thing is, so this has always been Draymond's role. Like, you forget like his style of play, in all honesty, because it's like Draymond Green is not Draymond without having a little controversy on the court. Every NBA squad has that one dog. I mean, of course, you go back in the 90s when you had Dennis Rodman, you had Matt Barnes, you had Patrick Beverly, right? Patrick Beverly right now. He sometimes play a little dirty.
No, Patrick Beverly don't count as one of the. So when I think of people like Draymond, I think about like the Celtics back in the day. You know what I mean? When I think of what's that boy name we just said? What's his name again?
Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, when I think of Patrick Beverly, to me, Patrick Beverly is just like a internet troll, but on the court.
Irritant.
Like, yeah, his sole purpose is just to get on your nerves. I promise you. I don't think he no dog. I think he's just like a gnat, constantly bugging at you to get you off your game. I think that's his style.
True.
Okay. I like that.
I like the Draymond Rodman comparison, but Draymond does dirty stuff though. Rodman wasn't really doing dirty stuff. Rodman was like how you describe Patrick Beverly on steroids. Like he would also do stuff to get under opponent's skin, but like he was a little more forceful with it. Draymond is just doing dirty stuff out there, man. Like, and he's gonna hurt somebody, and that's why that's why he's suspended indefinitely. What do we think?
I like it? Is it bad that I like it? Like
it is.
I like
it is.
Man,
it worries me. It scares me.
I miss Meta World Peace. Just to put you in perspective of where I'm thinking.
Okay.
I miss Meta. I miss Meta World Peace.
I looked at him.
What was his name before that?
Ron Artest.
Ron Artest. I miss Ron. And
I looked at him differently when he elbowed
I remember that.
Harden across his ear, like just
yeah,
that was wild.
That was the first time you said, okay, I'm on Draymond's side on that one. He really did get hit because Draymond, he another one that be faking and be holding phone like didn't even get touched. But what you about to say, Cam? You're about to ask something about Draymond situation.
Oh, I don't even remember. But yeah, I do remember. What do we think? Because usually when the suspension is indefinite, there's certain kind of what when Ja got suspended the first time. There's certain things that they got to do to get back. Certain criteria. Besides like anger management, what do we think the criteria is on his return?
Well, we know it's money first. Money is gonna be the first thing. He's definitely gonna have to pay something, no doubt about it.
Restitution.
I'm guessing he's probably gonna have to do some type of PR tour. Not a PR tour for interviews, but PR tour for stuff like NBA for Toys for Tots or NBA Give It Back. Some type of, we're part of the community. We love everyone around us type thing. So once he pays that fine and then does that, we care about the children type vibe, then they'll probably give him a good definite on when he'll be able to come back. But I think probably 10 to 12 games at most.
I said he'll be back by February. January, February is what I believe.
How many games do you think that is?
That's
probably maybe like 20.
15. That's like 15.
15, okay.
15 games?
20. Yeah, 15, 20.
That's not bad.
I really don't think Draymond is gonna be like he can like what you guys were talking about as far as like him trying to build back the trust by doing a lot of like community work and this and that. Yeah, it's like the NBA already kind of has a quota where they do that to their community, right? So I think for Draymond, it's just a matter on like, hey, we don't even know really how long this suspension is. If the suspension is for a significant amount, I think he would try and change his ways. Even like the coach Steve Kerr has said, well, I think this is good for Draymond. This is, he needs to learn from his mistakes, blase. But Draymond's already been paying fines before. I mean, there hasn't been a playoff game where I have not watched him missing out games in the playoff because he's doing stupid stuff. So with this happening, I mean, it's really, I don't think it's really like shaking him up. I think he's always been a caring dude outside the NBA, because I mean he has a huge fan base outside of the Warriors fans and stuff like that. But and he's respected really by a lot of NBA players. Like he has this podcast where he'll interview different athletes in the league and things like that. But I don't know. I hope that he can remember that young people look up to him, right? Young kids what they see him do on the court, they think it's okay. What kind of face that?
No young people looking up to Draymond Green. No, he ain't.
He's talking. He's talking.
What are you talking about?
In my life, I've never heard nobody say, I'm going to be like Draymond. Nobody. That is not his role, bro. His role is to be a bully. And then when he goes too far, his team kind of hides him in the back.
Exactly.
And he chills for a second, pays his money, comes back when the media dies back down, and then he does it again. His job is to hurt people. I don't care what y'all say. Draymond's job is to kick people in the you know what I mean?
I mean, I can't argue with that one. I can't argue. But okay, so after this suspension is over, do you think he's gonna change his method in the game? Do you think he's gonna change his ways, or it's gonna be another?
No, it'll be more subtle. He'll be
Yeah.
smarter with the moves. He'll be smarter with the trickery, so that we don't catch it.
Okay.
But to tell you the truth, if we didn't have cameras in the sky and on the side, and like literally all around him,
he would be getting away with so much stuff. The camera stays on Draymond because they're like, okay, what's he gonna do next? I know he's gonna do something. Come on, because we'll continue on later on in the pod, but we got to move on to our favorite segment of the show. It's time for Ciroc. Man, what you think?
Attention, please. It's time for.
It go down in the deal. It go down.
It's time for Ciroc. What you think?
Ciroc, what you think? Your favorite segment on a Sunday afternoon after you get done praising the Lord. Now, look, I didn't go to church today because, well, I didn't feel like paying for an Uber to get there. But I tell you what. Yeah, man, I'm still having car troubles, y'all. This is incredible. But today is a different type of Ciroc, what you think? I have a complaint. That's right. I have a complaint. Slum landlords, the grimiest of the grimy. Look, I have lived in almost all corners of the United States except the parts that don't welcome Negroes. And let me tell you something. The landlord that I have now of Keystone Homes Corporation far.
Oh man,
worst company I have ever dealt with. Now, I reached out to a few people who've rented from Keystone before, and they asked me to go ahead and go in about them. They told me, Ciroc, what you think about Keystone? Let me tell you something. If you want your rent or mortgage or whatever you got going on with them, if you want anything to fluctuate for no reason at all, go to Keystone. Let me tell you. Go to Keystone. They will raise your rent for the smallest thing. 3 years ago, they raised my rent because they told me a new house got built 2 blocks down the road. The last time they raised my rent, they told me, well, it seems like that's what everybody else is about to do. Said, well,
who are we not to stay in line?
I asked them, so what comes with the rent raise? Like, okay, do you cut my grass down? Do you come out faster when something is going wrong? No, they do not. They said, sir, how dare you ask us for extra stuff other than the roof? No.
Other than the roof.
We get no amenities. They don't cut the grass. They don't come and check out. They don't give me Christmas cookies. Nothing. They just give me hardcore bills. Now, this is my thing. This is what I'm talking about my own landlords, because as of late, the housing market for renters have really been tremendously terrible. You got to understand that you already have to make 4 times as much as your rent.
Yeah,
you already have to make that. So when these landlords raise their rent up continuously every year, they know that the people who work there aren't getting raises enough to match that income. They're putting them in debt on purpose. They're putting them behind on payments on purpose. It's a tactical way for you to start paying late fees, court fees. I paid. Look, I'm decent on my finances. Like, I'm okay. Even in chaos, I'm never really panicking. I'm like, I'm a little broke, whatever. I still pay every now and again a late fee because, hey, sometimes I got to pay on the 6th instead of the 5th. It happens.
Talk to him.
I have paid thousands of dollars in court fees and yet to step into court. Who am I paying?
Yeah.
Who? It's what is it? $25 a court fee every time that you late. So they'll add a late fee and then they'll add a court fee, and it's $25, and then they'll double it and double it and double it again until you pay. And it's like the court fee is for when you're actually in court deliberating and like, oh, da 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 da. You know what I mean? I have never seen a lawyer. I have never stepped in court. They have never served eviction papers. They have never even. They get their money, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, facts.
And it turns out I reach out to other people, and they go through this all the time. I have a friend who lives in St. Louis, and obviously I'm from St. Louis, so I got a lot of connects out there. And he told me that last year well, 2023. So this year, 2023, he's paid over $5,000 in court fees. He at most been late on rent 10 days. So 10 days late on rent. That's the longest he's been late throughout this year. And he's paid about $5,000 in the court fees alone. He's never been to court. He's never been served with eviction papers. He's never been disrespectful or anything to the landlord. He follows all the rules and regulations. And it's like, it's getting ridiculous. You know these people can't afford this, and yet you're milking your tenants dry. Now, mind you, I did a little backup. I did a little background on some of these landlords and stuff like that. And I ran into a guy named Jerry. What is it? Heckerfield. I'm saying his name because he going to jail. He's going to jail. Jerry, you're going to jail, Jerry. So Jerry has been coming up with random fines to charge his tenants just because. So say you get a grass complaint. Regardless of what the complaint is, how fast it came, no matter what, he'll charge you $100 on a grass complaint. Now, instead of just saying, hey, cut your grass or you got to do it. No. As soon as someone says, hey, your grass is a little bit taller than my shoe, fine. People tell me he fines folks for tripping breakers, fine folks for putting in maintenance requests, and it's something smaller than what they thought it is. So say like my situation. I woke up one day and half the house was off. I thought the minion had a stroke. And I go to the landlord or message the landlord. Landlord tells me it's a Dominion thing. There's maybe something going on with them. I'm like, man, how many times have you paid half your bill and they said, no, we only go keep half your lights on? That's how it works, man. They either cut it off or they keep leaving it on. It ain't no, we'll give you 25% of your lights. We'll give you your bedroom light, your bathroom light, but everything else is off.
Everything else is gone.
Not how it works.
You gotta pay $35 to get the kitchen back on. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So I'm shouting out landlords. I want people to DM in your city too on Instagram and send us any type of complaints, any type of like, yo, this is what my landlord do, or this is what my bank who's in charge of my house do, or da. And I want to know, because I want to compile a report. My wife told me about the guy named, who was it? It's a guy in the 757 who goes around and he be all up in people's faces when they complain about him. You know, hey, I heard you embezzling money, and it'd be like a pastor next to a hooker. I need to be like that guy.
That's funny.
That is hilarious.
Wavy on your side. That's what it is. I need to be like Wavy on your side.
Look, Andy Fox. That's who it is. It's Andy. Andy will be like following them in the car, like, yo, sir, we gotta talk. They're just slowly rolling up the window, get away from me. But okay, doesn't want to talk.
Fellas, before we end the segment, real quick, have y'all had back in y'all younger days, or even now, renters or landlords who just simply either think you're retarded, or wait, can we say the R word? I'm not gonna say retarded on the air. That's probably insulting. Let's say on the spectrum. So do you think you had a landlord that's on the spectrum or rude or just trying to milk you dry? Has that ever happened to y'all before?
No, it hasn't. But I will say really quickly, Ciroc, you hit home when you spoke about the percentages of the rent increases in comparison to what the average salary increase is on an annual basis.
Yeah.
That's real. That's very real.
Definitely.
That hit home. That absolutely hit home. But yeah, no slumlord conditions in any of the situations I've been in, thank goodness. But yeah, how about you, sir? Arrington?
No, but I have, had friends, and I know people that have dealt with some just rude, because here's the thing, it's an abuse of power thing at this point, right? They take advantage. The landlords, if they're hurting for cash, they're like, well, how can I get this money out? Okay, I'll do something with the land. I mean, really, and it's sad because it's like people have to, they don't want to be homeless, so it's like, well, I have to do this, I have to do that. But it's an abuse of power tactic, and it's continuing to grow because the cost of living is, hurting everybody. Everything is expensive right now. So landlords want to take advantage of the weak. And to them, that their tenants are the weak. And they're like, okay, look,
Well,
it's time to go.
Thank you for calling me weak. I appreciate that answer.
Oh, anytime, Ciroc. I'm always here for you. So
Crazy.
In real talk though, you know what? In real
Crazy.
talk, y'all are right though. I might be, financially capable of paying the rent increase, but Lord knows of all the places that they're increasing. Everybody can't afford that.
Yeah.
My rent has increased $100 plus every year, no matter what. It does not matter. The house can be falling apart. They are going to raise this rent. Keystone Home Corporation by far is the most heartless, soulless, money grabbing property management company I've ever experienced. Now, like I said before, when you in the military, you travel almost every 2, 3, or 4 years. You're going to a different place. At one point in my life, I was going to a different place every 2 years. Every 2 years, I would move to a different city. So I don't know, man. I just feel bad for the people that's out there who now all of a sudden got to figure out this expense, these unnecessary fees, I don't know, it's trifling, man. And you get to a point where it's like, well, I can't do anything because there's no houses available to move into. You don't make 4 times as much rent as a place as $2,000 or $3,000 a month, and you work at Target or you work in your city. Hell, you don't make that much money.
I think we need to talk about this more on the pod because this is really like Cam had said, you hit some points on that one. I think we need to chop it up some more on the pod. But look, we're gonna move it on, boss man. Of course, another great Ciroc. What you think? We truly appreciate it, man. Look, we're gonna move it on to Michelle's corner. Michelle actually had called in to give us something. Cam, we got
this
that
is
audio?
fancy. We got a call in question.
So Michelle sent her section a little before, so we're gonna get into it. Michelle's corner. Here she goes.
What's up? It's your girl Michelle, and I am coming to you all this week to talk about the holidays. Because us women, a lot of times we love the holidays. We love every aspect of the holidays most of the time. The
Michelle about her
planning,
quality
the
and
gifting,
recording.
having families over, just bringing everybody together. And so I think we want to know, what do y'all men just dread and despise the most about the holidays? And also, what do y'all look forward to most about the holidays? What are some things that you absolutely love about, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's? We just, we want to know. I want to hear both sides of it from you all, because I know I got definitely some things that I love about the holidays, and also some things that I really dread about the holidays. So tell me what you think.
Was Michelle like walking like in an open field?
Know.
Like, I know she having car problems, but was she like in the middle of nowhere?
Sounds like
I like her. She was serving a In Between the Lions reading vibe. You all remember In Between the Lions on PBS? Yeah, it was a children's show on public television.
Oh, okay.
It was puppet lions. They were librarians. She was giving hardcore In Between the Lions vibes.
Hello, kids. Hello, this is Michelle.
Yeah.
So what you hate about the holidays, bro?
The gifts part of it. It's I mean, as far as getting, it's like I want to treat everybody. I want to treat everybody.
Such an Arrington answer.
Shut it up.
Wow.
Hold on. I'm trying to get to my point.
He maybe has 3 people he really has to get gifts for.
Let me tell you something. No, I would, because I want to give all my, my family and my close friends. I always want to give them something. So it's like you start seeing more things that you just start overspending. It's like, oh my God. And then I would say that is like one of the hard parts of shout out to that great coaster I gave you, my friend. You know you love it.
Well, my son pulled off the thing, so I put it in the tree. But go ahead, keep going.
But I think it's just, I don't know. I think when you have to shop and get the gifts, man, it's tough, because like now I'm very late on. I haven't finished my Christmas shopping yet, and I feel like Christmas will be here before you know it. So I'm like, oh man,
I ain't even start yet. But
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be hard, man. It's just like it stresses you out, and it's a lot. So that's my pet peeve. I guess the whole operation of who we got to get for this and then the other. What do they want? Things like that. So that's like my getting gifts.
So I got something that'll help you relieve your stress, man. Trust me, I've been living by this rule for like the last 10 years.
I already have something that relieves my stress. Us too. Oh, continue.
Whoa. Okay.
Wait, what just happened?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I don't want
What
to explore. Let's leave it alone.
just happened here? That the roles reversed real quick. Well,
Right. It was weird. It was weird.
The roles reversed.
It was weird. He pushed the envelope.
Oh my goodness, I'm uncomfortable. Anyway,
Anyway.
Ciroc, yeah.
So for the last 10 years, I have never gotten gifts on time. Like I have never got people's gifts on time. Some folks don't even get their gifts till like after New Year's. And it's just because I'm not stressing myself out getting you a present. Trust me, I'm gonna give you a present. If I love you, you're getting something. I don't know. It won't be like Arrington getting stuff out of storage in the back. But at least
all right.
it will be something. And when I started thinking like that, like, yo, I'm an adult. I don't have to get these people something on Christmas Day.
And they're adults. And they're adults.
Like,
yeah.
These are gifts for other adults. It's not like they're going to be disappointed that they don't see from Ciroc underneath their tree.
Right.
No. So it's some people who do get gifts on Christmas. My son, my daughter.
Hey, how about your wife?
That's it. No. She don't get gifts till after Christmas.
And I'm sure she perfectly understands.
She perfectly understands. This is why we do this. Because when I was a kid, we never celebrated birthdays on a real birthday. We never celebrated holidays on a real holiday because my mom would always get paid after the holiday. It just how it fell every single time all my life. And so I never had an issue with celebrating Christmas on the 26th, the 27th, the 1st, the 2nd. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm an adult. I can make Christmas happen anytime.
Yeah.
And that's how we vibe. Now what I absolutely hate about Christmas is the Merry Christmas text messages. That's what I can't stand. Stop texting me. I already don't like talking on the phone. I don't like it. I don't like talking on the phone. I'm real quick. You'll get a Roger that. You'll get an okay.
Not a Roger. Yo, you are good with the Roger that's though.
Roger
that is.
What else needs to be said? Meet at this time. Cool. That's it. Yeah. And this Negro just sends a Merry Christmas text to the group. I can't stand it.
I meant to do it directly to Ciroc, but hey, I'm glad he got it though. I'm glad he got it. At least he acknowledged. I
can't stand it. You got to understand. You get thousands of good morning, Merry Christmas text messages, and all I'm trying to do is watch my Twitter feed to see the newest like Christmas porn that's coming out. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right. Ciroc, you're done. No, you're done.
That's the Ciroc I know.
You're done.
That's the one I know.
So really quickly, I'll answer
not being nasty
in 10 seconds.
Crazy on Christmas. I'm just saying, Twitter be crazy.
All right, y'all.
The biggest thing, just real quick, the biggest thing that I don't like is, and it's gonna sound kind of not cliche, but whatever. But when I was a child, I just remembered it being just a great time with family and friends and all that good stuff. Like it's over commercialized now to the point where Christmas starts on like November 1st. And it's just too much. It doesn't feel like the specialness it was, but when I was a kid. And yeah.
Well, look, y'all,
I definitely agree to that.
We about to hit it on to the podcast, but once again, ladies and gents, thank you so much for tuning in to In Your City here on WNSB Hot 91, the Soul of VA. Tune in to us every Sundays at 12 p.m., okay, on your radio dial at 91.1 FM, or you can download the free app at WNSB app. Follow us on all podcast platforms, all that great stuff. Look, see you next Sunday. We out.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Man. No, yeah, I'm with you on that one, Cam, as far as the over commercialized, because in all honesty, look, they already have Christmas decorations like in October. Maybe
that's
before
what I was gonna
then.
say. I didn't want to contradict them on the show because it was a good like stride.
Yeah.
I see Christmas trees coming up
You're right.
Hella early.
It's like one aisle is Halloween and the next aisle over is Christmas.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You don't even see turkeys. They
Yeah.
skip right over the turkey.
Yeah, like y'all can't keep that in the stock room until like it got. You know what I'm saying?
They start selling that stuff early.
That's facts.
It's just, I mean, well, let's talk about what's y'all take on people that over decorate their homes of Christmas decorations.
I don't mind that. I if they like it, I love it. If that's how they want to express themselves and that's how they get it off, I'm good with it. Christmas.
Oh, go ahead.
You know what you gotta say, Sarah?
There's a home at the end of our neighborhood, and they decorated 2 years ago or 3 years ago. They decorated the house for Halloween. And they used these 4 or 5 skeletons, and it was pretty funny. The 4 or 5 skeletons was doing something. One was like had another skeleton in a headlock. One skeleton was driving a lawnmower and rolling over another one. It was pretty like Halloweenish, but they never took the skeletons away. So now every holiday, the skeletons are doing something related to those holidays. So this Christmas, right now, at this moment, it's 4 or 5 skeletons in their front yard. One got on like a Santa Claus hat. One is chasing a reindeer with a fork. It's like
how tall are they? Like are they like damn near
venison?
like 6 feet tall or 10
skeletons? These are human-sized skeletons. So
is that venison? Reindeer?
Reindeer, is that venison? I love it though. Everybody who's around the neighborhood can't wait to see that house decorate. And so
that's dope.
Recently it's starting to affect everybody else, and everybody else is, decorating, and it's pretty cool. It bubbles up the house. I mean, not the house, but it bubbles up the neighborhood. It's pretty dope.
Sometimes like in my neighborhood, like we have some great decorated houses. Then I'm like, you see mine, and I just have a wreath on my door, and I'm just like,
at least you did that much.
I don't take my wreath down. My wreath stayed up all year, straight up. It's like been there since July.
That is very that is
July.
That is very sad.
Nah, bullshit. And this wreath is never coming down.
But yo, my dad has a good friend that lives in Chesapeake. He has his house covered with decorations, and he keeps it up all year round. Now he doesn't turn on like at night. He just keeps it up when the season's over. They're off, but they're on his house. Like, and it looks disgusting. It looks like
you ever thought to think, God, I hate being stupid. Anyway, you ever stop to think that maybe he just lost his ladder and he just too like
I just think bro man say, hey, look, I'm retired, I'm old, I ain't getting back on that roof no more. I'm leaving that shit right up there.
It is what it is.
Oh my gosh, man. So
but I got a podcast topic for y'all today.
Okay.
We all here.
So we know that the recent Chris Rock and Kevin Hart thing hit Netflix, which is pretty cool. Netflix is actually getting a lot of good films in, but to the contrary to that, and I won't necessarily say contrary, but we know we just had maybe a year or two ago Coming to America, which was a sequel to the original. And now I see Eddie Murphy is doing a film called Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley. So my question is Eddie tarnishing the legacy of these old franchises that were amazing back in the day by putting his new age Eddie spin on them? Because if we think back, like those were rated R movies.
Yeah.
Eddie's not doing rated R anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's making these legacy films like G-rated Disney movies,
more family friendly, more.
But to be fair, he's not the what was the example? Coming to America, he's not the guy.
I agree. I
think it's not that bad when he's not making himself the main. You know what I mean?
The main
character.
Which Coming to America was. I give you that.
Right.
But he is an Axel Foley. Now I'll reserve judgment until the movie comes out and I see it for sure.
Because it could be the same.
I am a Beverly Hills Cop fan to the heart. Like those are my movies,
bro. We about to, if Cam hates it, he's gonna cry.
Yeah, one and two. The third one was like,
Since you're a fan, I'll just say I watched it. But 1 and 2,
Yeah. 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 Like those movies made Eddie an early legend. An early legend. Like it was a foregone conclusion after those movies came out, Coming to America, all those that like he is here to stay. He's gonna be one of our greatest. So again, going to reserve judgment, but if it goes along the same lines as what he did with Coming to America, is he affecting his legacy? Or the legacy of those franchises, I should say.
I can. It's definitely a good argument if for most people to think that. Like it'll make sense again because we already know like sequels. It's hard for sequels to be successful right now. The only sequel or the only franchise that really makes money is Fast and Furious, and to me, it's hella overkill, right? Just because it kills me.
That
But
ship sailed 5 movies ago. But go ahead.
And they're like on 13 or 14,
right?
But Eddie Murphy is an icon, right? So people just love like Coming to America made so much money just the fact that it's Eddie Murphy. We gotta see it. We're just it could have been a dumb movie, but Eddie Murphy's been in like dumber movies. Let's be honest, like, in his career.
Pluto Nash.
He's been in some awful movies, but the fact of the matter is Eddie makes he makes the film good regardless in a sense because it's like it's a dumb story, but Eddie Murphy's on it. He's always gonna have that one role that's just gonna shine. So I don't think it's going to water it down. I just think that it's easy money for him, for one. I think it's going to bring great numbers to all the streaming services because he's already had like a holiday movie on Amazon Prime. He had Coming to America on Amazon Prime. Now he has Beverly Hills Cop on Netflix. I mean, the top 2 right now, most popular streaming services. So, I mean, I don't think it's really going to hurt. Now, if he continues it after those, then it'll probably okay.
Look, with exception to John Wick, all movies should stop at 3 and then give me a couple spin-offs if they're good. Stop at 3. If you can't finish a movie, like if you can't finish a story in 3 featured films, you're a bad writer. I'm sorry. You're a bad writer. If
agree,
you can't give me a beginning, a middle, and an end, and 3 movies. And now movies nowadays are like 2.5 to 3 hours long.
Facts.
It's ridiculous.
Movies used to be only an hour and a half. Hour and a half, you be out the movie theater ready to continue the night. Now you watch like Transformers, man, you going into the next day. Like,
He's
I do want to challenge that though.
I can go past 3 and it was worth
no. The 3 movie thing. So like. While I see where you're coming from in sentiment, but they're writing for a check, and if I can keep you,
spin-offs. That's why.
But I think I'm catching what Cam is saying, or I don't know if you're about to say this, but like I know there's certain storylines that requires in order for me to really make this a success, it has to be at least 6 films.
No, it
like
don't even
like Star Wars or something.
It don't even require it though. I know I can keep them like case in point, not a movie, but Game of Thrones. They stopped writing what Game of Thrones was seasons ago. They squeezed out like the last 2 or 3 seasons just because it was a franchise that was pulling in paper. So like,
but they didn't finish the story.
What do you mean?
With Game of Thrones, I'm gonna throw in some more people. I'm gonna throw in some more movies that's in that
game.
Yeah. Well, are we allowed to say shows too? Because Game of Thrones is a show.
So,
yeah.
I think it all ties in.
Game of Thrones, Transformers. Well, Transformers don't really count because they got it was a comic book and but Fast and Furious. These stories don't end on the 3rd. Like.
Yeah,
it's incomplete. When Game of Thrones was getting written, and we were all like, well, I started watching it late, and I was all into it. When that got to the point where they were like, yeah, we didn't have nothing, so we had to start writing after this. Like we were done, and now they wanted more. When they got to the part where they were done, the story was so incomplete. It was like, well, What
Yeah.
happened? There was no end. It's just
Yeah.
like that new movie on Netflix that everybody is like debating about. Leave the World Behind.
The
Leave the
M
World
Night
Behind.
M Night Shot. Oh,
Biggest unfinished movie I've ever watched in my life.
fam.
Shit, nah, I think I
Dog.
got to see that movie now.
Oh.
I don't know if I saw that.
I don't
not
want to
good.
spoil it. It
It's
just
not
came
good to
out,
me.
so
It's
I
not
don't want
good
to
to me.
spoil it. I said the same thing. I said this though, Ciroc, because with the friend that I watched it with, it led to conversations that I liked
True.
after the movie, but that's all
True.
it did. The movie is incomplete, and it's M. Night Shyamalan, so I know it was purposefully done, but I was so mad after that movie. Like
Yeah.
when the movie ended, I was pissed. I was
Yeah.
pissed. Yeah.
And
But-
don't get me wrong. You were right. The topics that we and my wife and like people who I was
Yeah.
like chatting with,
Yeah.
it was dope because you don't know who was causing it. They was dropping what was it? The flyers, and you hear that in California, the Arabs did it. In New York, the Chinese did it. In Florida, it was mad dope. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
That whole thing
for
was
sure.
dope. But that's all set up. That's all build.
For
climax.
to drop you off the side of the fucking mountain, just like
Oh my gosh, I gotta see this. Now I'm really gonna be. I'm really anticipating this movie now. I'm really anticipating this movie.
Dog, you gonna watch this movie, you gonna fall asleep, you gonna wake back up, nothing gonna happen. Be like, oh man, this kind of interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you get interested,
Yep.
So Ken, when you brought up these writers are looking for a check, are you saying it's just a good easy like what were you gonna go with?
I'm saying when they see a franchise works, they don't. It's not about their writing ability at that point. It's just, hey, whatever we put with this label is going to make hundreds of millions of dollars. So
regardless of what the story plot is.
Don't
so
even
Transformers,
matter.
Fast and Furious,
Yep.
Lord of the Rings, all these movies that got stacks and stacks of films, and some of the films you like, well, nothing really happened on this one.
Right.
Or they divided the movie up into two when they definitely could have just put the movie in the one.
Well, they do that with TV shows too, because I feel as though there's TV shows that should not be going on for like multiple seasons. I'm like, this it's really kind of, you're struggling right now with the story in this show. So in my opinion, what's a show now should be more of a movie. So there's certain TV shows I don't know. I'm gonna say like, but well, Black. No, I'm not gonna say Blackish because Blackish is that was a good show. I think they were on for maybe like 5 or 6 years, but Blackish wouldn't have been good as a movie. That was more of a TV show.
Yeah. So shows like Blackish and Fresh Off the Boat and all those shows that kind of revolve around a family, those could go on forever. Like, because there's no like drama. It's a day by day show. These are the things that
you know what I became a fan of. I'm a fan of limited series instead of movies and shows. Limited series to me have the quality of a movie. You get the substance of a TV show, but you get a beginning and an end. So
and
there's no like
you could binge them. Bingeability. Yeah.
There's a show on Netflix where these guys they like super spies or something like that. And it's 6 or 8 episodes. I don't even know. Not that many, right? Not that many at all. They're cops or some stuff like that, and they're trying to stop a bomb. And they stop a bomb. They think that's the bomb that they saved the world. They think they saved Vegas or whatever. So they party and they celebrate and they do all these drugs and man, they go crazy. And while in the middle of them partying, they find out that the bomb that they stopped was a decoy, and the real bomb that can destroy the city is still out there. So they're on shrooms, coke. they are on everything that you can think of, drunk, man, even a food high. And they are running around the city inebriated out their mind trying to stop this bomb. They're so good at their job they end up doing it, but it's like the concept of people trying to, fly a helicopter and he on shrooms. It's like, it's crazy. So it's a dope movie. Only 6 or 8 episodes. Very fire. A beginning, a middle, a climax, a resolution, and an end. Perfect. I love limited series. I love them. I love them. I love them.
That one that Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes did was a limited series, wasn't it?
What's that?
Yeah, it was
That's
a
right.
couple
I
years
forgot
ago.
about that. It was
That was good.
That was a limited series. That was good.
was good.
Another show, I don't know if you ever. This is an old show. Luther. This is an old English show that Idris Elba started, a detective show. Luther was a damn good show, and they did like 3 episodes per season. Like it was but they were like long limited series, like kind of
See,
style
I
episodes.
wouldn't even go past 1 season on a limited series. A limited series is just
Yeah,
that. You
it's
give
just
me
that.
10
That's it.
episodes max.
1 season.
And if you
Yep.
can't finish that story from beginning to end in 10 episodes, you have bad writers. Leave it be. Leave it be. Like 10 episodes, I love them type of. I love it. I'm addicted to limited series.
You know what show like really inspired me to want to like do my own show? I already wanted to do one before it, but the show that made me realize, damn, I really can do this. Insecure. Insecure made me realize like just writing some stuff that happens on the like and just putting a funny twist on it, and like I was like, wow, I can do that. Not short selling what Issa and them did, because I think it was amazing, but like it made it, I think that opened up the possibility for many writers and filmmakers to feel like, wow, like I can do this. Like it was dope.
I feel awkward staring at Issa Rae.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think so Roberta Lee and Issa Rae, and they give you the same vibes. I just don't connect. I just don't. We have nothing in common. I love her. I love her talent, her skills. Everything about Issa is dope, and she's going to be part of Black history. Like no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
If they don't vote out, Black history in education. Like if you can still learn about Negroes in school, she's definitely going to be in the books. However, on like a level of just me connecting with her, I can't. There's nothing. I try, and I feel like that about Roberta Lee. Like I love her. She is so dope. She's so nice. Her music is fire. But when I'm talking, I just be like, we don't belong in the same room.
It's surface.
Man, Issa is so it is so different for me. Like Issa is like that person where it's like, okay, whenever there's a family reunion, she's my favorite cousin that I'm always gonna enjoy conversation.
Really?
Absolutely.
He
Issa
is not
to
the
me
cousin
is
that I'm bringing to smoke with me.
Oh man,
But
I'm sitting down talking with Issa 24/7. When I saw her on Drink Champs, I was like, oh yeah, she's really just a chill, down to earth person, very authentic. I mean, her like Insecure culturally was like a cultural phenomenon for the culture. It was a great show. I mean, you look at shows like Soul Food. Like I mean, those are like that to me was like another just but more humor though, because Soul Food had more drama, but this show was like really
Man,
good.
I gotta take these to the extreme. Say I had cancer, and
let's not say that.
Issa Rae cured it. She cured it. She cured my cancer. I am 100% healthy,
cancer free.
I still got my locks. Like,
this man couldn't have said he stubbed his toe or something. He just got to go.
Didn't even need chemo. She just gave him a little pill. Bow.
I would write her a lovely card. I would make a video thanking her. I would send like fruits and stuff to her house, but I wouldn't go out to dinner. I wouldn't be in the same room. I would thank her, shake your hand, hug you. Oh my God. But I would definitely have no contact after that. Because it's just, I just feel like we don't belong in the same. It's like trying to force the magnet together that's on the, you know what I mean?
They repel each other. Yeah.
It's not out of hate. The magnet don't hate the other one. It's just
right.
Just don't go.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's very interesting.
I feel like that about Kurt Franklin. I feel like that about
your list is wild, bro. That's a wild list right there. You went from Issa to Kurt Franklin.
A lot of people.
Walking in, seeing Kurt Franklin and Ciroc having a conversation. I'm like, I gotta listen to this.
Happened.
I gotta be a fly on the wall.
I would walk on the other side of the sidewalk. Like if I saw Kurt Franklin, I'd be like, oh snap, stomp my shit. I wouldn't say that to him though. I would say that in my head and cross the street. It's just
So you feel like with Roberta Lee and like you just feel like they're awkward exchanges, like forced, like
it's
that
forced.
type of thing. Okay,
it's forced. It's like you wouldn't. You know how your mom would come in your house and there's a dildo in your drawer?
No. No, I don't know that feeling at all.
Let me think.
Okay, moving on.
God
damn.
He said, let me think of another scenario.
It's just awkward. It's just weird. Like it's
Yeah.
just I have nothing for you. I have no energy to give you, and I don't want your energy. I love you, but there's nothing.
But I would want Issa's energy though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like
what
Issa
throws
is
me
very
off.
funny. Issa's like
I
a
feel like
dope
that about
person.
Taraji P. Henson. Taraji.
Oh no,
I-
Taraji, I
Wow.
would definitely make sure that I like she's a super dope human being. Like I would make sure that we
Very.
like had
Very
some type
dope.
of exchange of energy. Like I don't know.
I think
Dog,
Soraka
who
would
you
match
telling?
good with Jennifer
Yeah.
Lewis, everybody's favorite
Who's
auntie.
Jennifer Lewis?
The
Oh,
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah.
I could be in a room with her for hours, but there's not one Taraji movie that I have not seen. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm not staying in a room with her. It's just
Wow.
something in my spirit is telling me mind your business.
She's just
With a
so
lot of
radiant.
people.
She's just so
Queen
radiant.
Latifah.
Like
Queen Latifah, another one.
Oh, what? Oh
I'm
my
not gonna
God!
talk to you for long.
That's somebody. Shout out to Queen because we got the same birth. We share the same birthday as well. No, Queen is awesome. Queen, that's somebody I would love to have because you look at her, like her resume. I was just watching the other day Grammy salute to 50 years of hip hop, and like I mean, it's just she's a person that's just her career
I
is
figured
crazy.
it out. I figured it out.
Wait, what was the
I
game?
figured it out with Ciroc.
What is it?
The person that he's in that place with has to have a certain degree of raunch to them. If they're super clean, he feels like think about who he named. Issa is pretty squeaky clean. Her show was a little raunchy here and there, but Roberta Lee, squeaky clean. Taraji in her movies, she may be a little,
yeah, but in real life,
super squeaky. Yeah, I think
Jennifer
that's
Lewis, raunchy, Monique.
Yep. Yep.
Even though I publicly said, some things that I didn't like about how Monique moved in certain situations.
Yeah.
Trust me, I would love to kick it with Monique for days.
Yeah.
I could kick it with Monique for days. I love her as a stand-up comic. I love her as a person. Man, I feel like that could be my OG for real. But like, who's a good one? Who's somebody who Brandy? There's nothing you can do. You would have to pay me to be on the same stage as Brandy.
But you will rock with Monica.
Oh hell yeah!
See that there
No
it is.
doubt.
There it is.
Monica raunchy like that though.
Nick, Jill Scott, dude. There's some people who you would have to get security to get me to leave. But it's some people who I would be so uncomfortable being in the room with that I wouldn't be talking. I would be quiet.
Wow.
It's just
Wow.
I know, man. I'm sorry.
Well, look, I got to invite Ciroc to some more events where I go to because there's nothing but squeaky clean people. So that's gonna be it. Now, when we go in, we gonna separate though, because I'm not gonna leave you with me. Because I want you
real quick. Now, just as much as I feel uncomfortable around those types of people, it also works for the opposite, just like he said. So, why do I get along with your aunt so much? Why? Do me and your aunt? Why? Why me and your mom? Why me and your mom?
That backfired quickly.
We just start talking, and me and your mom can talk for a long time before somebody has to come in the conversation to throw us off our. Come on now.
You know, my mom always loves picking on me, and you know, always loves to irritate me all the time. So the fact that she has conversations with Ciroc, I'm like,
she fits right in with us, like right in with us.
She does.
Absolutely.
She might come on the show one day. I don't know. It'll be scary. Like when y'all
we definitely got to get her on. We for sure got with our new setup in the studio. We got the table. There is an empty seat there that is really ready to be filled in by a guest every now and then. So
I tell you what, look, if my mom comes to VA, she's definitely good on the show.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
We gotta do it. We
That's
gotta
dope.
do like a Mother's Day episode. We got to.
Ooh,
We got
Mother's Day
to.
That's dope.
episode. I'm with
We
that.
got to. Because my mom is oh my gosh, she's crazy.
I've been
But
trying to get my mom to smoke weed for almost, I'd say about 8 years now. I've been trying to get my mom to smoke with me. It's not working.
come on. It's
Come on, mom. Come on.
Peer pressure in your mom's is crazy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Like, don't be no hoe. Come on, try it.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing to do right now. You on vacation? Get high. What's wrong?
Oh
All right,
my
Smokey.
God.
All right, Smokey.
All right, Smokey. Oh, now that's one. Do you think they should do another? Would another Friday be hurting the? Because I mean, they did what? They did 3 so far, right?
Just 3 done. I
Just
think
3?
it's so far past. They've been clamoring about this movie for like 10 or 15 years now. And it just goes through so many, it goes through so many phases of it's like Dre's Detox. When you talk about it for 15 to 20 years, it can't possibly live up to the anticipation that has built up. Like it's just not possible. So I feel like at this point, Cube should just leave it alone. If he wants to start something else, cool. But doing that Friday movie, like unless he reads the script and is like, all right, this makes sense.
Q follows my rule of thumbs when it comes to movie. 3, a couple spinoffs, or done. You know what I mean? Q follows that line. Like,
yeah, but he's been trying to do another Friday though. He has been trying.
It'll be a spinoff. I think if he tries to pull a spinoff of it, it'll work real good. It'll work real good. Instead of calling it Friday, just be like, I don't know, call it Saturday. I don't know, but I'm not in that man's head. I'm just saying, if he tries to make it a sequel to Friday After Next,
it's too hard. That's hard. That's hard.
Which is what he's gonna call it. Last Friday, 2 Fridays ago. What? There's just
and then with John Witherspoon, not being with us anymore, it's like John is a key character in that. Like everybody talks about how important Chris Tucker is, which don't get me wrong, he is, because the first one is the best one out of all 3 for me. But Pops is you gotta have Pops. Now it would be hard for them to try and like change the makeup for his son, because his son sounds just like him. He does a hell of an impersonation.
Sounds like him, but he can't.
No.
They would just have to. They would just have to let Pops go, or maybe his son could come in as like Pops' illegitimate kid. That, like, if you want to have Pops.
From old girl, who you was at the show with?
Oh yeah.
Yo, fine ass daddy.
Yeah.
Man,
no, that would be good.
I don't think another Friday should drop. I really don't. I don't.
It's getting to a place where it's like it doesn't even make sense to even try it anymore. Rest in peace. We just lost somebody this past week. The gentleman from what's the name of that show?
I know what you're talking about.
I don't want to mess this up. Yeah. He's a decorated actor. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, he played the chief.
Yeah.
Yes.
Black guy. He played the chief.
Yes.
He was, gay. I think he was a gay.
On the show he was. I don't know if he was in real life, but Andre Brauger. Rest in peace.
He played in some big, like other big roles outside of that
he
show.
Was a beast. He was a beast. Yeah.
I can't lie. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is what made me become a fan of him, and it's what made me really pay attention to who he was.
Yeah.
His comedy in that was funny.
Yeah. Like, absolutely.
It was funny.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I had never watched the show. I've
seen an episode here and there. It's always funny though. Yeah.
It's a cop show, but
is it like a Reno 911?
It's more like The Office, but in a police station. With the confessionals and everything else, it's that same thing, but again in a police station. Yep.
Yeah, very dope.
Yeah, no, 61 years old.
Like
61 years old. We have, and it's been a sad year because we lost some pretty key people where it's like it was unexpected deaths, and this was like, I always tell people, hey, live the day like it should. I mean, just you always gotta live your day like it should, because tomorrow's never promised. But
that's why we're going to Vegas.
Are you taking us with you, Ciroc? Are we?
No. Not at all. Not at all. This is a nasty trip. Y'all.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
This is a nasty
good.
trip.
I got something to do.
I'm just saying.
I'm
A lot of key freaks is going.
I'm good. I was joking. It was a joke.
See, but I guarantee you, I run into some other Gavins. I'm almost scared to go because I know I'm gonna run into, and we gotta look at each other like we don't see each other. Like, oh.
Oh man, fam. Well, look. I think it's about that time.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna stop it then.
Time, goddamn it! It's about that time, goddamn it!
I should have waited.
It's about that. It's about that time. It's about that time, y'all. Look, thank you so much for tuning into the In Your City, the podcast. But be sure to tune into our weekly radio show every Sundays at 12 p.m. on WNSB 91.1 FM. Follow us on our Instagram at In Your City 2, as well as our Smooth Club Media. Follow the show. We got some great stuff coming for you in 2024. Let me tell you, the show is growing.
Yeah.
We got guests. We doing stuff outside the show. We got we're part of full package. So stay tuned for that, man. We got a lot of shit happening in 2024.
Let's see if we can. Let me see if I can make a good 10-second viral post. We're saying bye. Well, I don't know, y'all. Well, it's Christmas. Everybody broke. Hey, keep smiling. Keep smiling, man. It's not as bad as you think. Remember, there's always somebody out there who's doing way worse than you. Think about it. If you got your lights cut off today, there's somebody who got their lights cut off in legs. So you got to be like,
I don't even know how he conceptualizes this shit in his head. Like, where did that even?
It's why I can smile. Think about it. My computer not working. I had to wait. Like it's just like, oh man, your computer don't work. Blah blah blah. You can't do no work. That's cool.
At least I got my legs. I got my legs.
Can you just picture Ciroc Cam outside, like pissed on the phone, saying, "What's wrong? My electricity just got cut off." There's a man or somebody on like a wheelchair. Well, at least you got your legs.
At least you got your legs. And look, if you don't got legs, at least you still got your ass cheeks. Like, there's somebody always out there worse. So when you deal with your pain, yeah, you can be down there deep inside for a little bit. But think about it. You can shit on your own. That is a blessing. Ain't nobody had to wipe mine.
That's true.
That is told from an Amazon best-selling author right there, Ciroc Fox.
Once I get to the day where someone got to wipe my ass, I just throw it in. Just end it.
Oh no!
I'm
about to say you wipe me, goddamn it. I mean, hey, I'm an old.
I want to. There's just certain things that I just need to be able to take care of.
I went to a massage parlor one time, and they do the whole they do the table thing, they do everything. And she was all up in my booty crack.
It's time to cut this off. It's time
I
to
don't
go
see how it's gonna be a bad thing when I'm older if I like it when I'm younger.
All right, take us out of here, Aaron. I have nothing for that. I literally have nothing for that.
I'm done. We gotta go. It's done. We out, y'all. We out. We got to go.